And breathe. Liverpool 2, West Ham 1. 2 wins. 2 more wins, bro. 2 more wins, and we can be crowned Premier League champions. I can't wait. Obviously, Liverpool tried to give us our best impression of wanting to throw a game away. Obviously, for some reason, slot 45 in Savage's words was in full effect. But this time, it was the first half, bro. Normally, it's the second half. So, but for some reason, he cooked first half. Second half, he decided to do something different, man. Big up Sab, though, bro.
Come on. I think Slot unsettled the team a little bit still. And I think they were confident the way they were playing, playing a certain way, and then he changed it. I didn't see the need for him to change it only because we're not in any cup competitions now. So we play once a week. So the next game is what next week?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
play once a week now, bro.
Yeah. And that doesn't mean don't make any subs at all. And I'm not even trying to diss him for it. I'm just saying, like, there wasn't really a need in it. Like, we looked good until he made the subs. Although I'll say the second half was pretty boring. It was pretty flat. I don't think, like, changing, if this makes sense, I don't mean them changing the individuals means that the individuals that he brought on were bad. So that's why we went bad. I just think that him changing them just changed up the whole thing.
He did. I agree.
Especially, like, I thought like Diaz was playing well in his energy. I thought Bradley was playing well as well. He looked comfortable in the game. So changing it, bringing people in out the cold, it's not really needed. Even Tsimikas, but like, just let the man have a whole game in it. Like,
you could see in his face as well. Tsimikas was vexed, bro.
That's the first time I've seen Tsimikas look vexed, bro. Like he's normally the joker of the group and he's keeping smart. He looked like today, like, you know what? All right, man, I hear it still. Like I'm not in denial anymore, bro. Like now I really know. You get me? So that sucked for him still. I did one thing in that. Not that he turned it, but when I thought Salah after like 8 minutes left and Salah's face changed so quick, I said, "Right, you got another 2 years of this, bro." Salah's his face changed. Like, brother, I will punch you up, bro. How dare you take me off? And I'm like, bro, he's just signed the contract this week, bro. 2 days ago, blood. And already the way his face was, I think he realized as well, because if you notice that his face changed, he pulled off the armband, and then he realized in it why he's got the armband on, which is the Hillsborough armband, and then he grabbed it. Cause I know he wanted to dash it, and then he grabbed it. And he started looking at it, and he was like, "Yeah, calm down." He just calmed himself down.
Yeah, he looked at it like, "Oh, realization hit." Yeah,
brother, shit was killing me, man. Nunes on the bench, bro. Nunes looked vexed, bro.
So, all right. So the question is, has anyone asked him it? Because obviously, I'm not being able to watch the interview after. But if Nunes ain't injured, bro, man just left him out the squad. Nah, bro. Because
I heard somebody. I don't even know who said it. Somebody. I don't believe them. Obviously, I don't know. But someone said something about a bus stop, bro.
With who?
Don't know. I'll try and research it while we're talking. But I think I'm trying to think what I was listening to. I was washing up and I heard them talk about Nunes bus stop. Trent looked like he was in his own world, bro.
Trent was just like, he's just like, raw. I'm just here now. I'm just
Thingy as well, man. I noticed as well, like Harvey, like he didn't look happy, bro.
Yeah, you could see when the cameras went to him, he's just sitting there because you're looking at the subs, right? And listen, it's mad, yeah, because we always, I say we, but as fans, we always say we want to get to a position where we're winning games of football on a consistent basis, and we want to win big trophies, and we want to just be one of those teams that's difficult to beat. But these are the things that come into play. Favorite players might not get played. Like some players might just be on the fringe of stuff. You're gonna have players where you're like, "Raw, why aren't you, giving him a bit more minutes?" And the manager's gonna be like, "Nah, I don't rate this brother." And if that's what it takes for success, then it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is until he gets the players in that he respects or rates to a high level where he feels, right, I can sub these man out. If these men could never get injured and never get tired, I think he'll just run the same 11. We'd never see his substitution.
He would never change it. He would never change it, bro. And like usually, I just watched Harvey on the when Virgil scored, and Harvey's normally the loudest one on the bench, and he didn't, brother. He was almost like, I'm happy for Virgil, but yeah, man, can't even be bothered, bro. Like, what's the point? It's a shame still, but listen, we've won the title. It's done, blood. Like, I know maths and that. It's just over with, bro. Scrappy win, but there was points in the game. Like, I have to make it all negative because we were good for the first half. We were positive. We were moving the ball around quick. Everyone looked controlled. I wouldn't say there's any bad performance. It's weird because I wouldn't say there's any bad performance. I just feel like there was really good performances in the first half, and then I think second half it went flat, and the passing was off. Everyone who was making decent passes before were just passing it to nobody, bro. Like random spaces, and then after that, man, it's like I told man, what was the last thing I said in the show we did earlier, bro? I said and said end the show, and I said and sign Kudos, bro. And then I put you in the WhatsApp group, just sign him in it. But this geezer is so cold, bro.
Nah, this is so cold. He needs a team to really push him. But let's break down the first and second half then. First half. Right, games kicks off. We're looking energetic. The man them are spraying passes. Mo Salah's cooking up the young youth. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know why he was treating him like that. There was even one when the ball, he plucked it out of the air. The kid thought, I've got it. And he just plucked it out of the air behind him. And I said, yeah, bro. Managers know this people off for this, bro. Yeah.
That was abusive. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't have to do that. And then the other one, he shielded him off and spun him. Last time I see him do that was against Arsenal. Plays a beautiful ball across. Yeah.
David Luiz on it. Yeah.
And then Diaz is there to score, bro. But like we were just playing. It looked free, it looked fluid.
Free flowing.
Like the man them were just on it, like they just was on it. What was your take for the first half, bro?
It's pretty similar to you, man. I think the difference was Gravenberch looked like he could pick up the ball and travel with it again.
Yeah.
In the first half.
Yeah.
Because I swear we saw 2 Gravenberches today, bro. But that first half Grav was cold, man. And then I actually know the turning point. There was a point where Grav picked up the ball and passed it to nobody in it. And from that moment, he was rubbish, bro. I don't know what happened, but him picking up the ball and traveling with it, bro, was graceful and that. And you're just thinking, like, obviously he's not in these attacking areas all the time. I'm like, I've said this all the time with Grav, if your decision making was like A1, he's unstoppable, bro. Like he just travels to the end of that box quick, bro. And yeah, I thought we were dope, man. I thought Diaz looked very positive in the way he's playing. Diaz looked a bit more assured today. Like there was less thinking on the ball. It was when I cut back, I know what I'm doing with it already. Instead of cut back and dilly dallies. No, cut back. I'm taking this shot and cut back. He actually crossed the ball in twice early, bro. When he never crosses the ball. They look comfortable, bro. For him and Sam look good. It's definitely an instruction with Jota. Actually, Slot definitely wants him as a false 9, and he wants somebody as a false 9 because Slot was trying to link up in the middle of the park and that, bro. So I guess if that's what has to happen, well, it worked out because we scored from that kind of play, but it just means that he's not going to be involved as much, which isn't Jota's game to not be involved. That's not, you know what I mean? So
yeah, and there was a few times I saw in the first time as well, Sav. Jota was like, his body language looked off. He was like shrugging his shoulders. There's a couple of times where he put his hand up for a delivery, and then we opted to like keep it. And then he's like, bruv, like put the damn ball in the box, bro. Like let me try and get onto something. And he felt like there was 2 moments when we didn't do it to him. There was one then when Curtis put in a great cross and the defender just got in front of Jota and headed it away because Jota was gonna bury that. And then after that, I just seen him just like not.
You know what that was? Because there was a few times when this is a weird one because as I said, they know what they're doing and we can see better than them. We've got drone footage and side angles and that. But there's a few times, you see when McAllister travels with the ball sometimes.
Yeah.
He's so comfortable on the ball that players start to, and this happened with Salah as well, they'll make the most perfect run and McAllister would just ignore them. He'll just ignore them and play it safe, innit? And then Jota and Mo both did that like a couple of times and he didn't pass it. And then after that, I seen Jota just get fed up like, all right, but there's no point then. So then he left the number 9 spot where he was and then he dropped deeper and deeper. And then I was watching us play and I'm like, he's not done anything wrong here, but why is Jota there? And Diaz is up here and Mo's over there. And I'm like, that's because he ain't getting the ball, bro. And that's, I guess, that's what we was talking about in it when we're talking about when everyone's on about buying a striker and that. When you're buying a fresh striker for Slot and how he wants to play, who knows? None of us know what he wants to do because we can't tell if he's doing it because this is the team that he's got and he wants to play like this, or when it's his own team, does he want it a certain way? But can't complain too much. Like the victory was there. I just thought the second half was flat, and obviously West Ham ain't mugs in it, so you gave him the impetus by being flat to go. You know what? It's only 1 goal, and then they realised that it's because for a big part of the game, it's like West Ham thought they were losing 5-0, bro.
Yeah, nah, they did, bro. I swear down they had PTSD. They were like, yeah, let's just not lose by any more. And he's like, bro, it's 1-0. Like, why are you man so shook?
But then, yeah. So when they realised, all of a sudden, Wan-Bissaka and Kudos and Paqueta, that little triangle was horrible, bro. It was, bro. I'm talking about through ball, through ball, Bowen's made the run. I'm like, rotted, bro. Paqueta, one point, McAllister slid Paqueta, bro. Paqueta stopped the game, bro. Let McAllister slide past him and then carried on jogging. Said, nah, blood. His keys are ruthless.
And what did we speak about on the last stream as well? Yeah, like remember that 45 from Paqueta, bro. When he starts dictating the game, it's a long day, bro. Like there was a couple of times where it was annoying, yeah, especially in the second half. Like we're in the second half now. And he would pick it up, drop a shoulder, little step over, lay off. And I was like, nah, he's enjoying himself too much now. Then you get on the ball again, little step over, little back heel pass. I'm like, nah, someone kick this you. And then he'll just run past our players, bro. I'm like, hold on a minute.
You notice that it's always we've been on air for a while now doing this. It's always West Ham. Every game when we say, why don't you just kick the man? It's always West Ham. It's always Bowen, bro. Because that through ball, Paqueta twisted the man and he just ran off into the midfield. McAllister and Gravenberch's backed off. And then, all right then, Bowen's made the run. And then he played it. Obviously, we had Alisson because he said he made a great save. He made a couple great saves. The one where Kudus tried to lob him.
Bro.
And he looked like he just hit the crossbar. When you see the replay, like, nah, man tipped it onto the crossbar, bro. So, yeah, man. It's sadly for Paqueta, bro. If he wasn't out here gambling and that, you know what I mean? Man could take a gamble on him, blood, but nah, I have to leave that alone still. He's a baller.
We might have to take the gamble on
him. Nah. You know, we're Liverpool, blood. Them charges will go straight to court once he gets to Liverpool, bro.
Yeah, you know, but like, hold on, yeah. How much did you pay for him? Yeah, 50 mil. Yeah. Nah. Yes.
Look at William Hill and that, bro. I hear it still.
Nah, bro. It's the second half for me, bro. It just felt, I don't know. It felt like it was a bit of. No, I don't want to say they were naive. I felt like they knew like what this game meant. We knew we had to go and win it. We knew like the 3 points was there up for grabs. We knew Arsenal dropped points. So how significant this win was going to be. And it felt like they were like, do you know what? Let's just get the 1-0. And then because they thought that, and then West Ham in turn goes, oh, it's only 1-0. Then it just became a game that it shouldn't have become in the first place.
Exactly. I agree with you, bro. First of all, wait a minute. Yo, Raz, we're not doing that, blood. We're not doing that talk, blood. Man's not even hearing that, bro. Stop the foolishness. You get me? All right, bro. I ain't saying anything again, blood. You get me? That's crazy talk, bro. But yeah, man. The man, them. Listen, they've not been in this position before. Where it's a newer team. There's remnants of the team that won the league before, but most of them are newer players. So they've not been in this position where they're so far ahead and everything's easy for them. You get me? So I guess it's just one of those like get over the line kind of thing. Sadly, like as much as I would like it and you would like it, and some people seem like they don't care, but I want to be entertained and watch my football, innit? So it's one of those ones, bro. Like, yeah, at least it made it exciting at the end, innit? That's what I'm saying, man.
Especially, obviously, like just looking at the little moments within the game and then like, substitution, because you made a good point. I don't think it was necessarily the substitution. I don't know what happened, bro, but we just changed.
It's not the personnel. It's just the subs alone, bro. Like it didn't make sense at the time.
It wasn't needed in them moments.
Nah.
Like you looked at it and he was like, nah, man. I think.
Don't you think at this point, like the players that were getting subbed at this point of the season, they can have a game each, bro?
Yeah, they can just play, bro. They don't need to rest legs.
Have a game each, and then the last 10 minutes of every game was sub you out, bro. That's it. Because Bradley was having fun, bro.
Nah, he was cooking. Okay, you see with the Bradley one, right? I say I slightly understand it because he just come back from injury, and I think it's just a precautionary thing.
It's been 3 weeks.
I hear that stuff. I hear it, but I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what they go, right. Is he ready now to play this? Or they go, right, you can do 45, then 60, then 90. I don't know if that's the operation there. Let me bring G.
I hear you, bro. It just feels like it's throwing Quanto under the bus every time, man. He's not. You don't play right back, and then they just keep throwing in on that right back, bro. Like just random times in a game. So, but it's one of those ones, bro. Like, I guess you're right, man. Like I said, I think sometimes you can just unsettle the team, and it happens to every manager. And at the end of the day, the players on the pitch have to deal with it. But they were flat. They were flat before the subs anyway. Like they weren't playing very well. They got a bit boring. And I'm fine with 1-0s. At the time, it would have been 1-0. I'm fine with them. Just shop then, innit? If you're gonna do that slot, then the subs you make, just make the subs.
The back, put Jarell
like take Salah off at that point, then, and then bring Wataru on, and then let's shop and make the game boring for West Ham, and then we can get out of there. But It's one of those ones, isn't it, bro?
It's the like, and it's the I think it's the Simicast one as well, because I felt like he was on job, bro. And you're right, it went flat when they made the sub, but he weren't like flat for like 10 minutes. He was like flat for like 5 minutes, and then he was just like, nah, get them off. Like raw. Like,
well, it was a whole left side change as well. Because even when Diaz went from like the left into the middle, then off the pitch. So it's like I think we know by now, innit? This is not about Gakpo individually. Like he struggles to just get into games, bro. Some people are great with just going straight in and fine. Some people take a while. And once he came on, it felt like he's not really doing anything, can it? So I remember him and Robert playing on the same left side, bro. So then all of a sudden I'm watching like Robert fizz the ball into Gakpo's feet and then making a run. And then Gakpo just turned around, moving slow with it. And I'm like, so you might as well tell Robert not to make the run anymore, bro, because you're not going to pass it to him.
Yeah, you're not going to give him the reverse overlap pass now.
Yeah. I remember it's a transition game, innit? So as soon as you do that and lose the ball, now Robert's ahead of you. He has to run back. You have to run back. And he just offsets the whole thing. But I guess I can't moan too much. Again, I don't want to moan too much. We won the game, and it's just the performance-wise, it's not the greatest. But hey,
first half was cold. Second half was Gee, big up, bro.
Big up, man. Big up, man. I'm sorry.
We're just breaking down first half, second half. So you might as well chime in on your first half and then your second half.
I was kind of in the first half. I was like in and out of the game. It was all right. It was okay. Like West Ham didn't really offer anything. We got the ball to Salah loads. Salah excellent first half. Had the beating of the left back. Can't remember what his name is. I know he's a young guy. Yeah. Like first half, it was a bit more. I don't know what the word is, but it's like we just had maybe a bit more. You could say maybe intensity, maybe I don't know. It was just first half it just looked like maybe more things, but again we lacked really any clinical edge, to be honest with you, which is kind of a theme that I'm seeing, man. But that's the first half. The second half, that was Liverpool didn't deserve to win that game. Like by the end of it, you didn't deserve to win it, man. You're not playing like a team that deserves to win games, bro. Like, come on, man. That was shit. Like, that was it was just rubbish. Like, there's no, Savage is right. You don't really care. You got the 3 points. We bounce. You know what I mean? No one's going to complain like that. But come on, man. This is just getting boring, bro. Like, this is every week when man's having the same conversation. This is so
funny enough, you'd think that I can't speak for their mentality, but you would assume that because Arsenal keep dropping points, and it's definitely done, bro. You think they play with a little bit more flair, if anything.
Something.
You know what it is, Sav? They know, we know, the fans know, but they're like, until we know, until it's done, there's still that doubt. I don't know why, Sav. Don't ask me. I don't have the answers, but it feels like that's how they played. There's still doubt, bro. Maybe after this one, then looking at it going, we're 13 points clear now, leveled on games with 6 games left. Maybe
with that, let's use that thought process.
Yeah.
Why was that then? Like, why have the performances been stinky since January though? I would have thought that you can't have the first half of the season. Obviously, has been way better than obviously the second half. First half of the season, August to December. What's that? 5 months, I think. 5 months. So you're telling me for 5 months of a season, you played some semi-decent football, right? And it was better performances than what we're seeing. You're telling me since January, you've kind of stunk your way through these games. That's a long time for you to. That's basically half the season. Like you've stunk your way through to the last. Only because we've got this massive lead. If we didn't have the lead, Jesus, it would have been peak right now.
Nah, if we didn't have the lead, did what Savage have been asking for? That's what would be.
Yeah, because I actually agree with you, because I mean, everyone has their own version of when they think the league was won. We all know it's not technically won yet, but I thought the league was over in December, bro. That's when I was like, it's done, bro. Like, these points are too much. And the fact that we'd only lost to Nottingham up until that point, because we hadn't even played Spurs and all that, bro, where we had lost in the League Cup. So I was like, yeah, it's over, bro. So hopefully the players weren't thinking like that too, but it just feels like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And again, Slot did change certain things as well, the way he was playing, the team was playing as well. So that didn't help out. But it just stinks, bro.
Maybe it's just maybe like obviously we go into the season. There's no expectation on say Liverpool to win. Obviously, from the player standpoint, they had their own expectation on what they want to win, but no one's kind of gave them like, oh no, Liverpool this season's going to challenge. No one did in terms of the mainstream media, pundits, stuff like that. But then he got to a stage, Sav, and in the January period where they're like, well, December period, he's like, actually, we could actually win this. And then I think the realization then set in, because before it was, let's just play, man, and see what happens. But then they realized that City don't want to win games, Arsenal don't want to win games, and then Chelsea, you know, they were doing their thing, and then they just fell off. So they're like, oh, so you guys have left it down to us then. And I think the realization then sat in. Then they became a bit more cautious. Then it was more about get the result instead of the performance and the result. That's what I think, because we changed the way we played, and it is that's probably one of the reasons. Up to December, we was playing in a certain way, right? We was getting the best out of the individuals within the team, and we looked sharp. We looked like we're pressing well, progressing the ball well, and then after that, January happened. It was just like pragmatic. It just looked off. Like just get the result. That's what it felt like. By all means necessary, get result. That's all it looked like to me.
You see, even on that, like I agree with you guys in terms of the way that we played, but I don't think we changed the way that we played first, and then we've looked stinky. I think teams just figured Liverpool out, and then we tried to change the way that we played to play in a different way, because teams started to realize that if you man mark Liverpool across the pitch, they can't break you down. So guess what? Just man mark them. Sit in a bit of a block, you're good to go, kind of thing. But obviously, not every team wants to do that, right? Some teams generally want to come, they want to play a bit of football, like your Brightons, Villas, and stuff like that. But when teams started to realize that, that's when you started to notice that, oh, okay, cool. Like, you can actually really get at these guys. Like, they're not invincible, kind of thing. No team is, to be fair, but they're not invincible. And I feel like once that started to change, where I feel like Slot actually, yes, he changed it, but he's obviously thinking, let me actually, you know what, maybe teams have started to figure us out. Let me actually change it so that maybe I can stay ahead of the curve, which I rate. I'm like, no, that's calm. That's smart thinking, and I prefer you to be proactive instead of reactive, like lose games and then, you change things up, right? So then I think this way that we're playing now, you're right. I do think it is results-based kind of thing, but I also think, bro, we got mad momentum. Like, if you don't lose games for that amount of time, it then becomes a case of tactics are just tactics at the end of the day. If the team is on a crazy run, remember, as much as I cuss it, the team's not that, the team's not shit. Yeah, I mean, we rarely lose games anyway, even when we've been shit. So it's like you almost tap into that kind of that power, that Super Saiyan power that you've always had. Now you're just kind of showing it on a more consistent basis, and that's why I'm like looking at the team. I'm thinking, bro, like, like it's just. Listen, just get the title, one, and then whatever. Like, I don't care when you win it. I don't care how many games it is. Just win the thing, because that will at least give you guys an excuse for why you've been so rubbish for such a long time. But if you obviously continue it, which is my worry, that's when man will start getting a bit, like what's going on here? And I think that's what everyone's worry is at the moment, is that they're just worried that the way that we're playing, you're going to almost take that into another season kind of thing, regardless of having a break and stuff like that. Obviously, right now is right now. Just get the title. Let's all go to the parade. Let's all celebrate, blah, blah, blah. And then we can worry about the summer when it comes. But yeah, I'll be honest, bro. Like, I'm sorry, but nobody can convince me. And I know you guys are not doing that. No one can convince me that you are watching a good team play. I'm sorry, bro. This is not a good team playing right now. Like, good players, but definitely not a good team, bro.
So what do you think he'll get better after we win the league? But there was something before I ask that question. I think, just to go back to what I was saying, my initial point, I think, when you're on the verge of, I don't know, maybe like you're watching a program and someone's on the verge of winning like £1 million from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, right? And then the options are there. Through the game, they're like cruising. They're like, yeah, boom, 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 answering. And they get to the point where it actually matters. And then you see the pressure. And when the realization sets in, you go, oh, I can actually fumble this. And I think that's what's happened to the boys, bro. They realize, like, oh, we could actually fumble this. Let's just find a way to win. And then
it's very weird.
Every moments. Yeah,
it's true, but it's a very weird mentality to have that, considering the only team that was involved in the title race we fell off ages ago, and they keep dropping points. Like, I think Arsenal dropped points in over like 15 games or something this season. Like, if the team was right behind, and you started to feel like that, that would make way more sense than them being nowhere near you, bro. We've been ahead for bare points for ages, and we've been top of the table for most of the season. So what, brother? I don't know, man. But it seemed like a collective thing as well. So I don't know, man. Maybe bro. I can't even believe that this is how our conversation is, because it sounds like we're talking about someone who just lost the title.
Yeah, no, it's mad. Yeah. Let's talk about Diaz first before I talk about Virgil. Diaz scores the first goal. Performance-wise, I thought he was on it, bro. I thought he was on it until we shifted him into the middle. And you can see, like, he runs himself into the ground for this team, bro. Because then there was moments when I'm seeing him, he's in the middle, Paqueta picks the ball up and, like, jogs past him. You can see he has no energy to go and chase him down.
Yeah.
But he scored again. He's got another goal. He's on 11, league goals now. How do you guys find his performance for this one, bro? Diaz.
Yeah, funny enough with Diaz, his performances have been pretty decent this side of the year. So I think just every now and again he'll get a goal, and then people talk about the performance for that particular day, and then when he doesn't score, his performance is shit. But really, it's been pretty decent in terms of his performances. But yeah, man, he's good, bro. He was good, man. He's making stuff happen, and that's what you want for. It's nice when him and Salah are playing on that same kind of level, and they're both making things up. That's where the balance comes in. Because even Salah was trying to get to the byline a bit more, and I'm like, yeah, bro, like the balance is there, bro. It looks good. So yeah, big him up, man. Bring him up, man. I don't know what's gonna happen with his future and all that. I feel like I wouldn't ever think about Diaz's future as everybody else would shut the fuck up. Because I've not heard Diaz say anything at all. So
just his pops in it.
It feels like but his pop was speaking ages ago. I feel like everyone forces. It does feel like fans are trying to force Diaz out of the club. Because every time there's a conversation, they're like, "Well, Diaz is going to go Barca," and I'm like, "Brother, I never heard Barca say anything. I never heard Diaz say anything." So Barca look happy at the moment. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe everyone knows better than me, but I just don't know where it comes from. But
what are you thinking then, G, bro? Because as you said, you was kind of in and out the first half and stuff like that, but. Nah, he was on it, man. From minute 1 till 45, and then after that, when they shifted him as the inside, I think even the start of the second half, he was still playing on that side until we shifted him inside, up to about probably like 50 minutes or something like that. He was still doing his bits until we moved him. But what did you think about Diaz's performance?
Wish Shabir was here, man. So much enthusiasm, like that. That's kind of what his performance is. Bare enthusiasm. Just you know what I mean, do like Diaz does though. That's what he brings to the team. So I'm definitely not gonna get onto someone for bringing that. At times the quality, I don't really feel like that was there. I'll be real, but the enthusiasm was there. He was, he was just working hard. Like I don't know, bro. Like honestly, I didn't watch it and think like he was amazing or anything. Like I'm not saying you said that by the way, but like just I think he was good.
It's over. Gee, just forget it, bro. Once man mentions enthusiasm and energy, and it's over, blood.
I couldn't even lie. Like if I genuinely thought like he was like, let's put it this way. For me, Salah had a better first half than he did. So in my head, I was just like, well, the reality is, obviously, I'm not saying that you can't have one. I'm not saying that you should have one. But it was just, he was calm. Like, if you had to rank it in order, Salah, Diaz, and then Jota even played. Like, it was one of those, like, kind of performances. As a collective, though, again, it just doesn't work, bro. Like, I don't know what it is as a collective, but these men do not work together at all, bro. Second half was the second half, but just in that first half, I still didn't watch them and think, yeah, man, you know what, as a collective unit, these guys, this, that, and the third. It just seemed like really just like individuals. Salah was doing his own thing. Jota was playing full 6. And then, you've got Diaz who's providing something down that left-hand side and trying to do things, trying to, cause threat, trying to get the ball into the box, trying to drive into the box. He's doing all of these things and he's showing all this energy, all this enthusiasm, which is great. But not really Mount obviously got the goal in the end again through a Salah assist kind of thing, and it's just like, okay, yeah, brilliant, all right, that worked in that moment, which was good. But outside of that, I didn't really feel like these guys really connected with each other, that much. And that I feel it disappointed me because West Ham weren't offering much in the first half. Like it's not like they were. If they played the same way they did in the second half in the first half, I would have understood it a bit more. but they didn't really offer much. They seemed like they were a bit like, oh shit, Liverpool just got their goal. And then we're just going to pray that they don't, usually we get one and then we get another and then we get another and then we get another. I felt like that's where they were at the time in the game when we scored that first goal. They were like, fuck, this is going to be an onslaught. But we didn't really, I don't know, we didn't really do anything. We didn't really push. Do you know what I mean? So it was a little bit disappointing in that kind of degree. But I don't know what the reasons are. Who cares? At the end of the day, you won the game. But yeah, man, as Savage said, bro, like, yeah, it's just enthusiasm and that. So
it felt like they were there for the taking, and that's what it is in the first
half.
Yeah, man.
Funny enough, I'm so used to that kind of Liverpool performance, bro. It's just that sometimes it's 0-0, sometimes it's 1-0. And I'm always like, yeah, if we don't... This is my thought process every half when it's like that. Yeah, if we don't score soon or we don't score again, the next half's going to be rough. That's what I always think. And would you know, that's what happens, isn't it? Because we're not that hard to play through. We're really not.
It was like, this was the first time, what was it? First time in like 7 games where we actually went in, not went in winning, but we actually was winning and held the lead at halftime in like 7 games. Man, they have been playing around. Virgil van Dijk, though, guys. I thought first half, really good. Kept it simple. He sprayed a couple of... There was one pass he gave Mo from a free kick. And I said, nah. Man can't be spraying passes from that distance. Like, effortless. There's a couple of good little passes.
How was Mo's first touch got better, by the way?
I don't know, bro. The first one, when he plucked it at mid-air.
Oh, God, bro.
And then he chopped it on the inside.
Shoulder,
Yeah, nah.
Hey, don't be surprised, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's
Come on.
Those are not attributes that get better with people's age, bro. Like, even in general in life, like, reaction time and that doesn't get better. It gets worse, bro. Like, to everybody. But his is just like...
Because I do think, though, that, like, you see with that, I do think that, I don't know whether he had that in his locker or whatever from before, but his game isn't based around through ball in behind. So I feel like he's had to work on, okay, I need to work on that first touch because I know Virgil's going to ping that. And I know the area that it's going to be kind of pinged in. So I need to work on that. And
maybe you're right still because he's so used to Virgil doing that by now. But yeah, that touch was mad, bro. I think we agree with Ender, man. Virgil's decent first half, man. He was, let's be honest, but they didn't give Bowen a sniff in the first half, bro. Like, I forgot he was playing at one point. I felt bad for him because he's so small compared to Konate and Virgil. And I'm like, brother, he can't do anything. They keep trying to send long balls up to him, can't do anything about it.
Why were they trying to do that, bro? Even the commentator said, like, why they keep throwing the long ball? Like, because Virgil and Ibu just kept winning all of the aerial duels. I'm like, nah, just keep it on the floor. But yeah. second half, boys, for me, thought it was fine again. And up until the moment he decided to try to kick Robbo's face off. And then,
brother.
What?
Bro. He ain't listen, bro. This man don't listen to no calls, bro. Man just said I'm kicking everything, bro. Man kicked his whole neck off, bro.
Not only did he kick him in his neck, he then the follow through, like he left his knee. I'm like, nah, Virg, what we doing here? And then follows up, not listening to Robbo's call, where Robbo said, "That's mine. Let me clear it." Virg said, "Nah, let me put a toe on the end of it."
Bro, it's like Virgil kicked him and said, "Listen, I'm kicking you now, just in case you score own goal later." Blood. And then he did. Bro,
does that
I've not seen man scream at Virgil like that since Milner, bro.
Yeah, bro.
No,
like the camera stayed on Robbo. And you don't know what Virgil does every time when he's done something wrong, and it just turns away.
Yes.
Because that time when Sancho sat Milner down and Virgil was doing the aura thing and that, when Millie was screaming at him, he just looked the other way.
Yeah, he's already in his head like, oh shit, man.
Yeah. Hey, man, it made for a great storyline. Then it going to score the winner after though. So I'm all right.
Yeah, you can see how much it meant to him as well, bro. On his 100th appearance as a captain as well for Liverpool Football Club.
And he gave his little half lack of honour and grabbed the badge, and I'm staying here, mate. All right, man, I hear it, Virgil.
He said next week, though, man. Next week we'll hear some stuff. That's what he said.
I need to work on these celebrations. If I was Virgin, I would have get like a fake contract and that, sign it on the pitch and that. You know how cold that would be, bro. Our team, I told you about a boring ass team, bro. No personality, blood.
What you saying? Like what Aubameyang used to go and grab the mask and that.
The mask and that, the Black Panther thing. Come on.
Yeah, it's true. No one really has like celebrations like that no more. Where you go, right? That's cold. It's like everything now is like the Haaland thing where the man just meditating. You're like, all right, Stay
Vissa
humble.
did that to Arsenal yesterday.
Yeah,
I don't know what kind of trolling that is. When he scored, he did the Haaland thing as well, bro. But
to be fair though, he has been doing that for time.
Yeah, he has.
He actually has been doing it for time.
I couldn't tell you who's been doing it first though, because Haaland was doing that in lockdown.
I feel like Haaland probably did it first, but I mean, like in terms of he's also just been doing it for so long that we just. I guess I don't really watch Brentford like that, to be fair, so I don't really see it too tough. Like, no, he has been doing it for time.
But yeah, what was your thought then, G, on the Virgil first half kicking Robbo in his neck and then assisting Robbo's own goal?
And then scoring. Imagine that. That's a crazy.
Yeah, and then scoring. Don't leave that out. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I echo what you guys are saying, man. I think first off, I thought he was calm. You're right. Him and Konate didn't even give Bowen like a sniff whatsoever. No, sorry, that was second half. I was about to say. Yeah, first half. Yeah, the Bowen was really out of the game. He had Kudus in that, but he was not really close to them lot. Second half though, Jesus Christ, bro. That was real Jekyll and Hyde, man. Real Jekyll and Hyde. Because clearances, he couldn't clear the ball to save his life. He's letting Bowen constantly run in. Him and Konate, not just him, but we're focusing on him. Yeah, I just felt like, I don't know what happened, bro. Like, it just went a bit shaky, bro. Like, that was the weird thing. Like, it was like, right, like, you're calm right now. Like, Bowen's not having a sniff. I don't know if it's because Kudus, the positions he was taking up, was starting to confuse the back line. I don't know if that could have potentially played a part, but yeah, that running in behind stuff, Bowen was doing that for fun. Like at one point, I forgot Konate was even there. I was like, bruv, he's running into your area so much. It's like, you're not even there, kind of thing. But yeah, I feel like second half, he was very, very poor. But obviously he scored the goal. So yeah, like, you kind of get away with it in that sense.
Nah, it's true. I say get away with it. He played well, to be fair, up until that moment. But yeah, once he signed a new contract, I think everything will be all forgotten. But yeah, he's played 100 games as the captain now, Liverpool. I didn't even realize that. That's gone so quick, bro. 100 games as Liverpool captain.
When did he get made captain?
Last year, at the beginning of last year.
Yeah.
Well, 100 games already, bro. Like that's.
Well, he played every Premier League game both seasons. So he's played 32 Prem games this season and 38 last season. And then obviously, he played all the cup games in it. So that's probably where it comes from. Oh, wait, wait. Premier League appearances, doesn't it?
Yeah, just Premier League.
Yeah, so he's been captain before for Liverpool in like other seasons. When Henderson has been here, he's been the captain when Henderson doesn't play. So
no, it was Milner, wasn't it?
Nah.
Milner was the vice captain.
No, but Milner's not always played.
Oh, so, okay, I get what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's probably had games where he started.
You know what? To be fair, because even 2 or 3 games here or there for flipping 7 years. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, he could.
Obviously, 2 seasons is only, what's that? 40, what goal? 80, what's that? 78 games, or 76 games.
All right, you know what? I said to Sav I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to do it, bro. Let's rate these players.
Man them in the chat, bro. It's loud as
No, let's rate the players, bro.
No, I'm talking about the man them in the chat always spoiling score lines and that, bro. But man got the double screen on trying to enjoy my football, blood. Man have to tell me 1-0 and all that, bro. No, everyone.
What game is on?
I'm watching the big game. I'm watching the Newcastle game. But obviously at this point, if man them are watching this stream, everyone's got the internet on it, so we can all check the scores if you want to know the scores, blood.
All right, let's go to the man that made some mad saves in the game, bro. The one against when Kudus tried to, obviously the dink where you mentioned earlier, Sav. But the other one, the one when he had to get down smart and tip it across the face of the goal.
Yeah.
From Kudus as well.
Kudus that was the one. That was the 1-2 Wan-Bissaka and Kudus, and then he.
And then the one-on-one save with Bowen. Yeah, but like, I don't know. What would you guys give his overall performance there? It's good to have him back though. Really good. I wish he had the clean sheet though, but these man decided to go and score on goals and that.
Do you think?
Are you laughing like that?
Do you guys think that like he's important to the team?
Yeah, very, bro.
Okay.
What kind of question is that?
So you feel that he we need him as number 1, right?
Why did you go into this secretary
I'm
voice?
asking you a question.
I'm not Anthony's not to feel question.
Yeah, I'm not trying to. No, you're trying to lead us down somewhere we don't want to go.
I'm not leading you anywhere. I just remembered, when Keller was in goal and that, and I would say we don't even miss Ali in that.
In that moment, we didn't. in that moment.
Oh, okay, fair. So really, we could play Keller in goal, really. So
we did.
No, I'm saying we should just play Keller in goal now. Like,
I mean, no matter what happens, Ali's going to concede, so don't make it.
It don't matter at this point, does it?
No, but I'm saying, like, obviously, we're saying that he had a good performance.
No, stop saying, bruv. What you
I am saying that, Savage.
G, can you just give him a rating, bro, for what he did today for us? They're trying to turn our goalkeepers against each other.
I'll give him an 8.
Yeah.
Those saves were mad, bro. One-on-one saves with Bowen as well. Like, he was on it.
Distribution was really good as well, to be fair to him. I know
it was until the second half, bro.
I was going to say,
there were some mad ones, bro. Some of the ones Mandem tried to give him at times.
Trevella the ball into the midfield for no reason.
I know, bro.
That was pissing me off.
Pulled it down and then played it.
Yeah, but it worked too, Gravs. That's my point. Grav had to do the go-go gadget leg thing, blood. It worked too.
It's a Troy out there, Nah, but yeah, I agree. I think an 8, maybe 9. No, actually, no, 9, bro. Man pulled off some mad saves in the game. 1v1s, tipped it onto the crossbar from Kudus, tried to mug him off. Nah, 9 for me, bro. What are you giving himself?
Yeah, 9.
9. Let's go Virgil, bro. What we giving Virg? Scored the winner, but also assisted the own goal.
8.
Yeah.
7.
I'll go 8 as well. It was good, man. Until he tried to beat up Robbo, bro. Robbo was like, I didn't come on the pitch for you to do this to me, bro.
His whole neck off, bro.
Yeah, bro. Man. Robbo was that guy. Yeah. Tell them to come over.
Did you notice as well when obviously Virgil scored and then they were all celebrating together and that Robbo celebrated with him, but then when you go back to the centre circle, Robbo was trying to call him and I know Robbo was trying to call him to troll him about something, bro, and Virgil would not. He wouldn't pay attention to him.
Yeah,
Virg. You know the ones that like you got yourself out of trouble and that, bruv. He weren't trying to hear it.
Even the commentator said like, what? Not the commentator, the guy asking the question. Like, what happened? Yeah, don't worry about that. We just rectified it. Like, bro, just answer the question, bro. He didn't care, bro. Kanate tried to concuss himself at one point with Hedrin Paqueta, but
I thought he was good.
7.
Yeah, young 7. Really good first start. Even with the second half, I'm trying to think, did he do anything mad? Like, was him involved in anything crazy in the game, like in the half?
I'll just say that it was easy to play down that side of the pitch for some reason.
Literally.
Yeah. It was just like a 1-2 then. But I know he wasn't getting protection from Gravenberch and McAllister, but it was too easy to get through, so I'll probably 7 as well. The stuff that Kanate is good at, he's always good at it, bro. So his aerial duels and all that stuff, and just taking care of business. But yeah, man, I feel like if you try and get into a little bit of a battle with Kanate, like try to rough him up a little bit because he's not used to it, it throws him off a little bit, man. Because once Kudos started to try and him and Wan-Bissaka decided to throw their weight around a little bit, we looked rattled, man.
Yeah, especially Kudos. Kudos was trying to dribble past like 4 or 5 players and holding off like the players.
Yeah, he's strong as shit, bro.
Strong unit, man.
It's funny especially because Savage was talking about Kudos literally before the game about wanting to sign him, and if man puts in like some dope performance, I was like, bro, what type of jinx is this?
Yeah. Second half, he come to the party, but it was be too late then. Simicast.
Bro, I forgot about this.
What? Nah, he was really good, bro. Don't diss him like that.
I think it was 7. I think defensively he was good. I don't think he offered anything great going forward, but he was decent enough on the ball.
One bad corner, but the rest of them, good delivery-wise, was really good.
Oh, yeah. But I would have marked him down for a bad corner.
Yeah, Diaz jumped too high, or jumped too early. The one he put back into the box.
Yeah, and it was decent on that left side with the 1-2s between him and Diaz and Curtis in the first half.
Just looked so balanced between the two of them, bro. Like we had the stream, was it yesterday or the day before, talking about that, the balance down that side, and where Robbo and Diaz hasn't really had that balance between them. But Simicast and him look like they found it, to be fair. Bradley, really good performance from this kid, bro.
I thought Bradley was good. I thought he was good defensively as well. And going forward, I thought he was really good. Stepped into midfield quite a bit, didn't he?
Yeah. The inverted fullbacks, bro. You know what I mean? What like you look at that performance, and I'm not trying to justify it over that, but what's the thing of he can't go and be the right back going forward?
He can. It's just that I think if you want better than Trent, because obviously normally when people talk about Trent right back, they're talking about his on the ball offensively, and I think if you want an upgrade from Trent defensively, then Bradley's like, I don't know, probably the same. To be fair, it's just that Trent stopped trying. So it depends what you want. So there's nothing against Bradley. I think he's good enough, but sometimes I'm like, defensively he will play really good sometimes, but sometimes I'm like, are we just bigging this up because Trent's been so bad defensively that when he does basic tackles and that, it's like, oh my god, Bradley did a tackle. I'm like, bro, forget Trent for a second. It's still his job to do that, bro.
But I obviously I know what you're talking about, but I've never compared in terms of, oh, that's the reason why. Oh, let's boost it because Trent don't normally do it. It's just looking at the guy.
I'm saying that because I have so I'm just being honest. Okay. I've done that defensively. Trent was getting me so mad defensively that when Bradley first came into the squad, I was like, brother, if you can get creativity from somewhere else, then put Trent on the bench because he's getting on my nerves, bro. I won't be able to judge Bradley properly yet until he has a proper run of games in it.
Give him
Trent's leaving. He's going to get that because we all know it's easy and said and done coming in for a couple of games and playing well. That's why with Bradley, everyone goes back to the same games all the time. The reason why you can remember those same games is because there weren't that many games. Like the season when Klopp first put him in, everyone's, he locked up Martinelli. Yeah, he was on the pitch for 20 minutes. And he tackled Martinelli twice, bro. Everyone's acting like he done some like fifth on. He didn't. And then obviously Chelsea, he was great in that game and he scored a goal as well, so it helped. And then Mbappe, the tackle, everyone's going to remember the tackle on it. And that's not against him and that. I think it's up there with the young talents in terms of the position he's in and stuff. It's just I've been trying to change the way I think a bit. I think G's helped with that as well because sometimes I'm picking players because we've lived through Klopp getting players and turning them into gems and stuff like that, innit?
Yeah.
But that's so I'm in that mode because I've never been at the point where Liverpool's on top and then we improve again. So now when we pick players, it's like going back to where we was before. That was good enough to get us the Champions League football. But if you're thinking about the person going forward and getting us the Champions League and that, off the top of my head, Bradley's not the person to pick. But that doesn't mean he can't be that guy.
Yeah.
It just means and everyone's got their own opinion, but I don't know how everyone's seen enough in Bradley to think that he can go 38 games a season and help you in the Champions League yet. I haven't. And for me, if you have, it's the same as Kwanzaa. I rate Kwanzaa. I've seen just about enough from both of them. So
I think it's just because you're right, because I don't think you can be like 100% sure, but you can just see. So for me personally, he's probably the most balanced fullback I've seen from a defensive.
Liverpool or
in general, bro. Like when I'm looking at him and I'm looking at what can he not do? Like what does he lack in his game? Obviously, there's going to be stuff like you need to play more games experience, right? So there's going to be certain situations you haven't really dealt with yet in the game that you might have to deal with, and let's see how you come off the back of that. So those kind of things they just come as he plays more games of football. But I'm just looking at the fundamentals of just playing at high level. I don't see where he lacks. Obviously, we can do the comparison thing in terms of Trent crossing, delivering into the box, but I don't compare him against Trent.
No, even if you're not comparing him against Trent, you said most balanced, so against other Premier League.
Yeah, but I'm not saying he's low. Trent is exceptional when it comes to that part of his game. But when we're talking about the normal criteria of fullback, there's not many out there that has Trent's right foot like that. People can do the average stuff, like put the ball in, like the fundamentals. I can put that across the face. I can pull that back into a good area. I can get a clean strike at goal, stuff like that. He's there for me. But obviously he's not Trent, so I will never compare him to that. So if we're like, oh no, he needs to get 10 assists, 15 assists.
Oh yeah, I never compare him to that. Like in terms of Trent offensively, I'll just think of him as a defensive right back. So if he finished on like three assists in a season, I wouldn't be screwing at him for it.
Yeah, I'm calm with that. As long as he's doing his job defensively, and then when called upon, when transitioning, overlap, helping Mo on the lap, whatever he needs to do within the system, as long as he's doing that and performing, there's nothing else I can complain about, bro. If you get an opportunity in front of goal, bro, put it in. Could have scored today as well. Was it Paqueta that got the block on it?
Yeah, I thought he was really good today, though. I did think Brad was really good today.
But yeah, I'll give him a strong 8 for his performance today, bro. Until he come off. For me.
Yeah, same.
What are you thinking, G?
7. Thought he was as good as the rest, I think. What did he give Simicast? I didn't even hear.
7.
Yeah. I thought it was about as good as Simicast. I don't really feel like he I don't think he did more than Simicast. Probably showed more, but I don't think he did much more. But I hear what you're not saying about Bradley. It's a tricky one, man. I guess we gotta just wait and see, innit? Like, can he do it? You know what I mean? With the games at the moment, I don't really see it with Bradley. I genuinely just think he's like a. I know Savage, you just said defensive, right? But I don't even think he's that. I think he's just literally a fullback. Like, he's not defensive. He's just a fullback of the mod of the Gary Neville level, like type.
Like he's got old school and new school built into one time. That's the way I feel about him.
I wouldn't even say new school, because new school, you would only say that because like today he was standing in like central midfield. Like that's more.
No, but what I mean by new school, he's like before. I'm not saying Gary Neville and these men were dead on the ball, but you know when you watch like back in the day, sometimes fullback getting it didn't look comfortable. At no point do I feel like he looks uncomfortable when he gets the ball to feet.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't say he's not uncomfortable or anything like that. But his decision making isn't that good. Yeah. I do think he needs to work on the quality when he does get into that final third. But I mean, I'm not gonna cuss him for that, if that makes sense. Like that's more just Portugal. That's more of a preference more than anything else. But for me, he's like a solid just fullback. I'm like, as a right back, calm, as in can go up, can come down. He doesn't excel at anything, but he's calm enough for you to kind of be there. Isn't great going forward, isn't great defensively, but he's solid enough for me to be like, that's calm.
That's the type of players you need, bro. You need a man that can give you those performances, bro. It doesn't need to.
That's what I feel. Yeah, that's probably how to explain it. It's like Steve Finnan.
Yeah.
Yes. That's perfect.
You couldn't knock him off. Could you have the best of him in some games? Yes, but overall through the season,
I appreciate the way Bradley plays. And I'm just thinking of when it's Liverpool's future. I'm thinking, do you take a backward step with Bradley now? That doesn't mean he won't be cold. He's still young, isn't it? So every time we're talking about getting new players, and I'm like, do you buy right back to play ahead of Bradley and then let them fight it out, or do you buy somebody who's second in command to Bradley because you think Bradley's good enough? That's kind of my thing. And the way I judge him is, if Bradley played for another team in the Prem and we were doing this what we did earlier, would I pick Bradley to buy? And I wouldn't.
Yeah, no.
So and that's how I feel about all the players. Until I would pick you to buy for our team if we had the choice, that's kind of how I judge if they're good. But as I said, we got to stop acting like we've watched Bradley playing bare games. We haven't. He really hasn't. There's been a lot of sub performances in that. And then his longest run was that period, and then he got injured in it. So, but like Em said, his fundamentals on the ball, and he definitely has something about him, and he's full of confidence. And he's not, one thing, he's not scared of fighting man on the pitch, but he doesn't give a shit, bro. He don't care, which I like. So
yeah, he just now it's just about time now.
Bro, is it raining where you lot?
No.
Brother, what in the global warming's going on, bro? There's a monsoon outside my window, blood. It was sunny just. Rotted, blood. Now I'm hearing trees cracking outside and that, bro. Branches hitting on man's windows. Nah. Bro, the world's fucked, bro.
It was sunny. And then I look outside.
To be fair, it did rain. It did rain yesterday, though. It did rain yesterday. So.
I don't know about that, man. Sunny all day still.
Nah,
this is the simulation I told you about, bro.
Are you going to tell me what my weather was like, bro?
You know what's happening, bro? We're in different
servers. Bro, it literally rained from here, West London, to South London.
It didn't rain where I live.
Man, I've told
you. Don't even live in England.
Man, stop arguing, thinking it. We're in different servers. You know when you jump on GTA with the man, you say, I'm going to jump in your server still.
Yeah.
And you're waiting for the white dot to come up with your brethren on the map, and he's not there. And I'm like, bro, are you outside paying spray? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you're not, bro, because I can't see you. Different server. That's what's going on, bro.
You say man loaded into the program at the wrong time.
Yeah, bro. And I got the modded thing, blood, on accident.
Yeah, man. Let's just turn the rain on. Let's get to Grafenberg.
Gravers,
blood. Hey, we saw the turn come back in the first half still, man. Who got spun out their skin, bro? Whoever he spun, I saw the man in the other half, bro. That's how far he spun in. The brother went to the other half. That turn was disgusting. First half, really good. Second half, yeah, it was just like slot 45, bro.
Man, you know, on inside training, even though obviously it shows like 10 minutes of however hour, I'm just thinking this. Do you see Gravenberch do anything in training?
Nah, they never show him do anything.
Yeah, but this is what I was thinking this. Normally when we're like, if you could, somebody's like, you'll see him shoot in training, Ross up the net, then in the match you don't see him shoot. I was just thinking earlier, like after the game, like, that's why we don't ever see Gravenberch do anything in training.
Tell a lie, the last one though, he was on there a lot more. It was when they were doing the short game matches,
yeah.
6-a-side, he was a lot more involved in that. I saw him a lot more, but usually you only see him in rondos and maybe one of the shooting ones.
How intriguing.
Maybe. But yeah. What do you guys think of his first half, second half, and give him his rating? For me, I'll give him a young 7.
First half, he was Grav. Second half, he was Declan Rice for England. And you don't know what that means.
Yeah, that means like just chasing shadows, can't get close to players, ball getting 1-2 around them, getting tight, but never really getting tight.
Yeah. Gravenberch is a weird one, man. I
like 6.5. I think he was. He just about touched above average. I don't feel like he was chasing shadows that second. Oh my god, it was actually starting to get ridiculous. Yeah. But it was obviously above average. Like he wasn't shit or anything like that. But yeah, no, he was calm. He was calm. I'll give him that. He was calm.
Yeah, he's so weird, isn't it? He was, because there's parts in the first half I was like, Grav's he's woke up today, he's on it, bruv. He seems to fade as the game goes on, isn't it? And he was, G's right. There was a part in the second half where he just started to change shadows, blood. I was like, okay. And it's very noticeable when a team starts like running in on goal every time, and the people that's supposed to be protecting the back four are not there. I'm like, it was very obvious. So,
could you remember before, like, and it's crazy because I always go back to this, but when the beginning stage of the season, it was like him making slide tackles and stuff like that, blocking crosses into the box, blocking shots at the edge of the box, and then like now we're watching and he's on the other side of the play instead of where he should be.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know why.
Maybe. Listen, he's done a great job for us this season. It's dipped a bit. Anyone who's seen Grav since he was a kid, he's not conventional 6, bro.
No, he's not.
So maybe Slutsman's got all he can out of Grav, substituting him in that position without us buying somebody. And then next season he just doesn't play him there again.
And then
maybe
more advanced.
Yeah, because we've had it before when like someone's played out of position and you leave him there for a while, and then everyone starts, he's cold, man. He's better than like for example, Gomez, isn't it? Once Gomez got a left back, he was performing at left back the whole time, but he's not a left back. So eventually you start seeing little things you're like, can't do that. Oh yeah, he'll be great defensively, but Joey going forward, you can't do that. So maybe that's just what it is, man.
But people are, I agree with you, by the way. But I also think people are moving like, you see how like Lewis Skelly, he's a midfielder but plays left back.
Yeah,
you wouldn't know that he wasn't Whereas, and he's been consistent from the moment he came till now. Like he hasn't dropped off in any kind of level. Whereas Grav has, and it's very noticeable that he's dropping off.
But to be fair though, Skelly hasn't played as much as Grav though.
That's true.
Remember, he came in after Calafiori got that injury. No, he didn't start the season.
No, I know he didn't start, but I'm sure Skelly's played bare games this season.
No, he has played a lot of games, but I mean, he didn't start the same amount of games as Grav. Because remember, it was Calafiori first, and I swear they started off with Timber there.
Yeah.
I swear it was Timber that started. Then Calafiori, then Timber picked up the injury. Then
but like he's played a healthy amount. He's played 29 matches in all competitions.
Yeah, but obviously that's a lot of subs though as well, isn't it? It's not like starts. Is that starts?
I can't see if it starts or not. It just 29 games.
Yeah.
But even still, like I'm not really watching maybe if he gets more games, maybe we'll see a drop off in like his ability, like his level and stuff like that. But I don't. Yeah, with Grav anyway, I never, as good as he was, I always said, but this brother, you can tell that this isn't really the type of 6 that you
No,
that was kind of my
everyone
point.
talks like it is. Everyone's like, no, but we found our 6 now. Like thank God. I'm like,
right, I understand what you mean. At the beginning of the season, when he was balling, I said that at the time. I said, knowing how FSG work and that if everyone does this, grabs him now in this position, they'll just be like, we're not buying anyone then.
Yeah,
because I remember, like, it's not against Graf, because obviously Slot wouldn't have known at the time, bro, but he wanted Zubimendi straight away, bro. So that means Graf wasn't the choice. He wasn't the choice to play in that position. And thankfully, he ran him there. He knew what he was to get out of it. He done well. And I could be completely wrong, but next season might start, and the way Slot plays suits Gravenberch down to the ground. I'm just trying to find a reason for the way he's playing since like January and that, because I'm not trying to hear man's tired. He's a professional footballer and that, bro. Like,
they're young youth.
He's not running himself into the ground for the Netherlands and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
he's a young youth, bro. He's not.
Yeah. But one thing I will say is, not in his defense, but to credit to him, we wouldn't have won the league this season if we went for him. And if we did, we'll be like 2 points ahead of Arsenal. That first half of the season he was needed, bro. So
did his part,
big enough for that still.
McAllister.
Did disabled people at St James just sit on the grass, blood?
I think because the tarmac thing's back now, they've got some chairs there. I think the front.
No, I don't mean that, dickhead, bro. I don't mean that, bro. I meant is the wheelchairs on the grass, blood. I didn't mean that they've just put them on the grass. What just kind of?
You ever thought
that's what you said?
No, bro. What kind of human rights?
You literals have you said? Are these men sitting on the grass, bro?
Because obviously I know that you can. You know what? Forget it, Carl. I'm the one who's always saying don't read between the lines. My bad. I just think that you thought that I would be talking about turning up at St James in your wheelchair, and the stewards were like, "All right, Dave, get out your wheelchair now. I'm gonna put you on the grass."
I'm not even gonna partake in it.
McAllister. What are we giving McAllister? Why does he want to fight everyone, bro? Why does he need to be in every war zone, every battle, every 50-50?
This guy's a man of the human, bro. You know how you lot should know this. You're a Barca fan today. Messi's an NPC, innit?
Yeah.
Like, forget his football for a sec. When you look at him, he looks like there's nothing there, innit?
He looks lost between the eyes, bro.
Bro, have you ever seen him and Grav stand next to each other when they're doing that for Argentina? Bro, there's nothing there, bro. Like, Grav's like a different person for a sec, and then he gets really angry.
Like they just charge up the programming and say, yo, now you need to kick off now. Nah, honestly, but in terms of like his footballing for the game, I thought he was all right, man. He made some good little runs, some great little passes. He kept us ticking. But this player just wants to fight everyone, bro.
I would agree with you there. The only thing I'll say, and I mentioned it earlier with Jota and Salah when they were making runs, when he's dictating the play, it ain't the kind of play that I want dictated, bro. Because these men are making runs and the pass is there for him to make, and he just, let's calm it down, sideways passing. Big man, this is the right time to make. They've made the run, bro. Pass him the ball, bro.
No, but he did apologize because I know the one you're talking about when Mo ran from deep here. And you're like, just clip it over the top, bro. Just clip it, and he's running onto it, and he's onside.
You know when Mo does the arm swing thing when he gets pissed? That's right.
And Mike goes like, oh, sorry. Nah, bro, this part. You looked at him and gone, and it's not like you don't have the ability. If he didn't have the ability and didn't
He's got the ability. That's why it's annoying, because he can do it. That's why it's annoying, bro.
That remind me, you remember with the Henderson one, bro? And I lost my mind, bro.
Crystal Palace.
Yeah, bro. He saw the man make the run and said, "No."
It was Harvey, innit? Harvey made the run. He was like, pass it to Harvey. He just turned around and gave it to Virgil. And he's lost his damn mind, bro.
No, because you can't see them simple passes, bro, and then go, let me weigh up the options. He's clean. I told you, man.
It was too much safety, innit? The safety was on, bro. We were having a bad season. Man said safety first, bro. They were so annoying, bro.
What we giving Mac then? Let's run through these ones, Mac.
Whatever I gave Grav, I give him the same, bro.
7.
Yeah, because them two together in the pivot are culpable for just letting people just run through our midfield, bro.
Mm-hmm. Jones. What are we giving Jones?
I think he was better than these two.
I still hear, and I was watching Bayesian and that. Big up to them. I was hearing like in their chat as well. A lot of people are complaining about him holding up the ball too long.
At this point, you just got to get used to that.
I know. I was going to say that. Like the manager keeps playing him, so the manager doesn't think that. So I thought he's the better one. I think they gave them a 7. I got 8 for Jones. I think he was linking up the play in the first half. I think because where he was in that 10 as well, he plays different to how Sub was in it. But his pressing was really good. We were crowding him in the first half, and West Ham couldn't get out of their half. That was because of him leading the press. And he would take a player with him, and so if he went on the right side, Salah would go with him. If he went on the left side, Jota and Diaz would go and cover it as well. And he kept the ball ticking over really good. But yeah, that's kind of it there. There was no like decisive passes through the lines and stuff like. Maybe that's what we're missing actually. Nobody ever does that, innit? Like the decisive pass through the lines at the eye of a needle. It's like if it's not Salah doing it, then it doesn't happen.
It's like watching like Quetta doing it for West Ham. Like, yo, why midfielders?
Even we've got players that are capable of doing it and they don't do it. That's the most annoying. It's what you said. If they can't do it, then it's fine.
Yeah, don't argue. They can choose not to. Diaz, what are you giving Lucho? Lucho hombre. Score these goal, man. Score these goal.
8.
7.
I'll give him 8.
I'll give him an 8 as well. Geez, giving these men them mad. I'm joking, but they're good rating still. 7's a good rating.
For me,
no, because normally, you normally lead 5 and 7. You don't really go past that.
Yeah, because you got to be actually good to go past.
Yeah, I hear it.
John, he gets a 5 from me, bro.
You can get a 3. No, that was fucking shit, bro. You're absolute shit. I'm actually, and I think I like Jota a lot, man. Like I rate the guy. Like I think he's a bad boy when he wants to be a bad boy. But you see what
it feels like it feels like Bobby at the end for me now. That's how he's playing.
Yeah, well, I'm sick of seeing you. I'm like, bro.
Everyone was really trying to rewrite history, and like Bobby was good at the end. He wasn't, bro, and this is how Jota's playing. What was Bobby's problem as well? Didn't score goals either, in it. Same thing, bro. Yeah. Don't think the tactics help him, but that's not an excuse. He could still do something different. It's getting to the point where it's not always him being bad on the ball now. It's just like nothing in it.
Yeah, used to like the gung ho where you can rotate, go over to the left, go over to the right. But now you have to be disciplined and you're playing in that role and he can't get used to it. Salah got the assist to Travella pass. First half, he was cooking still. I can't even lie. He was cooking.
I give him the same as Diaz, 8.
Well, I gave Diaz a 7, so I would have given Salah the same score, 7. But if you give him 8, I don't think he was. Bro, the second half, bro, man had like 4 touches. Bro, I was like, "What are you doing?"
No, bro. When they showed the map, I said, "Why didn't you do this in the first half, bro? Why are you making man look shit now in the second half? 4 touches, crazy. You know." And he was like 73 minutes. I'm like, he's had 4. I was like, raw. Yeah, the man them said, "No, we ain't passing to you in the second half, but you got bare the football in the first half." Diaz must have been complaining in the changing room, bro. Like, yo, why any man not playing the ball over this side a couple of times? But yeah, now second half, he wasn't great, but yeah, maybe a 7.5. Got the assist, looked really, really good in the first half. And then he had the moment when he cut in as well. I thought he definitely scored. When he opened up, skipped past you, and then he whipped it and it just went wide. And I was like,
felt like trademark Salah down.
Yeah. I don't even know if I want to rate the other guys that come on. I thought Robbo came on. Was Robbo? Did you think Robbo was bad when he came on?
No, I just think he was normal.
Yeah. Just did his job in it.
No one got past him defensively. He didn't offer anything going forward. Apart from just running. And every time he ran, Gakpo chose to not pass him the ball anyway. I think the subs were all like whatever, innit? I don't think they've done anything completely wrong. I think Kwanzaa got caught out when Bowen went in on goal, but that was kind of because the midfield didn't pick him up in the first place. Pick it up, but yeah, man, just whatever. Like that's how dead it was, bro. Like the subs didn't do anything wrong. All good, it was just solid.
Yeah, and then Watara came on and just started kicking people, bro. Sobo came on for no reason, to be fair. I didn't even realize what he did. He just ran.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I know we don't get a chance. I would like to know, like, ask Slot the question why. Not in a annoying way. Just like, oh, yeah, Slot, how come you know what I mean? He's probably going to say, like, I just wanted to give everyone a get a run out or something like that. But as I said, man, there's no cup games to get prepared for in that. It's just train and play, innit? So I think I should have gave some people a full game.
He didn't come on, did he?
No.
Gee, stop saying these because I'm looking forward to seeing this brother play.
Keith and Elliot.
Like, I didn't know if he came on the last, like, because I didn't watch like the last, like, after we scored that goal, like the last maybe like 2 minutes, I didn't watch it. Like, I was doing.
You guys mentioned in the stream we did before, saying, don't worry, man, we got Gakpo to come on. I said Gakpo to come on. Nah, man.
Bro, Chiesa and Elliot are the emergency pack for Liverpool, bro. And look, sadly, we don't need any more emergencies. They're out of the cup, so yeah, they won't be playing.
Nah, Sab, on a big man thing though, when we win this title in the next 2 games, right?
Yep.
If this brother don't play the man them for the last 4 games, just give Elliot starts, give Chiesa a start, like just start them. And I get watch how they man their ball out, bro. Just watch how they ball out. He has to, bro. There's no unbeaten record to go for. There's no points tally to go. Like, we've already won it.
Okay, you keep telling yourself that, bro. I just told you about Salah's face when he got subbed off, bro, and he's got records to break, bro. So if you think Harvey's playing over Salah, blood, you got another thing coming, bro.
Hey, Salah looked
you know what that new contract had in it, bro? That's why it took so long. It was an argument between Slot and Salah. Salah said, "Listen, I'm playing every game." Slot said, "No, we're not doing that." He said, "All right, I won't sign them. I'll blame you for it." And they signed.
We'll see who lasts longer here. You know what I'm saying? We'll see.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
We'll see who lasts longer there. All right, man. I think that was it. Gakpo came on. Let's give him a 5, bro. This brother came on and it was just chilling. Backwards, sideways.
Told you about Gakpo, bro. He has a word with God, and whatever God produces, he's all right with it, bro. I told you, bro.
Whatever God produces, that's what we run with. Will Salah get the assist record? Nope. Yeah, man. He's only 2 away now.
He won't get it.
I don't want the 20 though. I want 21. I want it to like. He's got 3 more to get, bro. 2 more to break it.
You won't get it.
Or match the 20. But
he's got 5 goals. He's got 5 games without a goal now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll start scoring and then he won't get the assist, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah. Because all he has to do now, because what did Henry get? 20 and 20, right? So he's already beaten the goal thing, so he can match it up. Does it technically mean he beat it because he got more goals? Or does he have to get more assists as well?
People just made a record out of nothing, bro. You can't just make a record, bro. Like,
no, but I mean, does he have to like get 21 to say they are broken?
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. Otherwise, he doesn't break any record. Like he doesn't break that record, should I say so?
Yeah, because obviously the goals on its own, he's got people have scored more than Salah scored this season before. He has himself. So
he done it. That's jokes. He did that himself.
All right, man. Mandem, you got any streams coming up tomorrow?
Arsenal. No, when are Arsenal playing, by the way? When is that return? When is the return leg? Champions League.
Oh, you're watching that? Are you doing a watch along with that?
Midweek?
No, man. I'm gonna do. I got one of my videos that are Arsenal centric. So
when did they play? Tuesday. So Wednesday they'll probably play.
Yeah.
So maybe I don't know. I've got a few videos. Oh, sorry, Trent video tomorrow. Trent.
Man like Trent, you know.
Alexander.
Because I'll just turn the games on just as we're about to start now. I don't watch any build up anymore. It's too boring. But what's the reaction to Trent when he's in the stadium? Can you not hear anything when you're watching it?
No, they're just he's like a forgotten man, bro.
Good question.
Yeah, I just wondered about that
because they pan to him a few times. Yeah, but he just looks chilled, like nothing really. Yeah,
I think it would have been calm. Sorry, I think it would have been calm.
I don't think they ask any question. I think he tries to stay away from the media. It looks like anyway.
This is the thing, man. I don't think they can get Trent rattled in that. Trent's chilling, bro.
Guys, he's laser focused on what he wants to do in it. So.
Like I said, man, if he ends up staying in that, man, I have to apologize to him still.
What does that look like to you guys though? Like the city apologizing or what?
Nah, they won't do anything. No accountability, blood.
See Paddy the Baddy in that pussy hole.
Hey, punched off Mando, punched off man's face.
Yeah, bro. I know, like, because then you definitely would punch man up. I'm saying though.
No, not you. I'm saying that in the last night in the UFC, innit?
Yeah.
Oh, but either way, in UFC in real life, he could.
He ain't punching me up in real life, but this kid's a light food. No, you man, stop the foolishness.
All right, Sav, man, yes.
No. The Octagon's different to real life, bro. I'm about 120 pounds heavier than him. If I grab him, it's long for him, bro.
But if he grabs you, it's long for you.
Brother, he ain't doing them MMA moves in real life, bro.
You don't have to do the MMA moves.
You man
anyway,
think you're gonna get me in a rear naked choke on the concrete, blood?
Bro, as in, man don't have to do the move, but remember, he knows how to fight. You don't.
I've had enough of you.
Reality is,
nah, I've had enough of you. Stop.
So okay, you're basically saying that if you, I don't even want to use AJ because he's actually a unit.
I told you I'll match AJ up. I told ENDZ this ages ago, bro.
All right, okay.
He said not in a boxing match. Sav did say that.
Yeah, I mash him up because in a real fight, bro, kicking the balls, like he ain't prepared for that, bro. I'm a dirty fight. I'm kicking man in the balls, cuffed with the brick. I'm knocking man out, bro. Like,
no, okay, you know what? You're right. But
what, you're gonna take my weapons off me now?
No. Use whatever you're gonna use. I'm just saying, just know the second he connects with you.
Yeah. But like as we saw, his jaw's not made of rock, and AJ's not. It's not.
Wow.
Whichever one of us, if he gets a free punch on me and I get a free punch on him, we're both fucked, bro. But I'm more fucked in it. That's the truth. Yeah. But I'm too confident when it comes to street, like, bro. In the cage, in the boxing ring, they're professionals at the top level, bro. But yeah, you know what it is.
We need to do a business team, get Savage up against Paddy the Belly.
No, I ain't trying to. Yeah, nah. I can't see my brethren getting choked out, bro. That's mad.
What's Paddy like? 130 or something like that? Wait,
I think he's about what? Yeah, about that.
Yeah, around about.
Grab this you, blood. Yeah.
Hey, I have faith in you, though. I do have faith in you.
Got bare angry issues, you know. You hear what he just said? I know he gritted his teeth when he said it as well. Grab this you. Let Paddy live, man. Let him do his thing. He's
time to leave Trent alone, bro. Paddy, yeah, man.
He just said one interview, bro.
Nah, but
he called man a lizard and he said he's not Scouse anymore, bro.
I was like, rotted, a lizard. You know what you have to be called a lizard? Like, rat, you can understand because there's bare connotations even behind being a rat. Like, when you call man a lizard.
Yeah, I've got a picture, right? I've got a picture of like a lizard and Trent's head on it. Someone put it was mad. I said, I can't wait to drop that.
It's such a dead diss as well, isn't it? It's like you couldn't think of anything else. You lizard. What?
Yeah, literally.
Not a snake, you know. A lizard, bro.
And that would have made more sense, like a snake.
A snake and a rat. Well, a rat's a snitch on it, but snake would be. Everyone was calling him a snake before, no?
Yeah.
But lizard is crazy, bro.
I don't know. I would love to know like what the conversation is. I know there's obviously some scousers that watch the videos. There's some we speak to as well. They're like calm, but I know there's a section that wants to just tear his face off, bro.
We'll see at the parade, innit? Like when he tells us that he's leaving and that. Let's see what everyone's on then, innit?
You think that's the first time he will mention it?
What? Nah, he ain't gonna mention it at the parade. You crazy, bro? That's
not. I'm not saying I'm saying if this is on the basis that if he mentions it before the season like ends, like if we find out, he signed the deal. Like,
if it's smart for Trent, he mentioned it after like Mane did.
Yeah, of course, bro.
Because it doesn't make sense to mention it before the parade and then go. Man, I'm just gonna be like, "What are you doing here, bro?" Like,
yeah, literally. Which is probably what he's trying to do anyway. Remember, Madrid wanted to go to the Club World Cup and that.
I know, bro.
Liverpool holding that title saying, big man, shut your mouth. You stay here. All right, then, man. We'll leave it there. Should be back. What is it? Monday tomorrow, bro. Maybe a little recap. You know, I was thinking to bring back as well team of the week, lad, because we could never agree on a team.
Yo, that used to cause so much argument.
Yeah.
Did Barry storm off one of the shows, bro?
He did. He left.
I watched one and he did.
He stormed off because we didn't put Trippier at left back.
We didn't put Trippier in. He logged off. Out.
Bear in mind, we had Trippier at left back in the team of the week for 3 weeks in a row before that. And he just locked it. He's like, he playing well, and he just left, and that was like, rotted.
One said he couldn't get my player in. I didn't think it as a competition, but obviously we're competitive men in it, so like who?
It's because of the thing, you know, it's because of the rules that I put in place that messed it up. Because I made everyone, like I said, that you have to be in the right position and that.
Yeah.
And everyone hated it, and I think it was like, if you was on the losing team, you can't go in the team.
Yeah.
Here it's still.
So if your team lost, but you cooked from like the other guy that won, but he played well, has to get in. And I think that's what happened to Trippier. They lost, but he played well. I think he got like a couple of assists. And he said, "Nah, he has to go in." I was like, "Nah, he ain't getting in, bro." All right, then, peeps, man. Hopefully, be back tomorrow. If not, look out for the videos, man. There's gonna be videos dropping. quick one, guys. Go and check out the one with G. I see a lot of people kind of watch that one already. So
Yeah,
let me
how
get the link.
coincidental, right?
Let me put the link in the chat for people that hasn't watched it yet. Oh, there you go. QPR on the panel. There we go. There we go. So one person's already watched it. Go and have a watch, man. G speaking about what what order he puts Liverpool in, QPR and Barcelona in.
No, it wasn't QPR. It was just Palace, Liverpool, and Barcelona.
Oh no, someone else told me that they asked you a question once, and that's what you said. How you put them in order. And for some reason, Liverpool was last. Crazy.
I'm just confused why QPR would be there.
Not QPR, sorry. Palace. Why am I saying?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Palace, Barcelona, and Liverpool. And Liverpool is last.
Nah, it would always be Barcelona first, and then Liverpool. And then Palace are there for one casual. Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough. Apparently, it's because of the family lineage. But people, catch you tomorrow.